Hey, what's up guys? I have another shoe overview for you today. This one, my favorite road shoe, the Altra One. This is the version 3, as you can see right there. And this is my favorite road shoe right now. I've actually had a lot of different pairs of them. Started off with the 2.5s, and I don't have those anymore. Had two pairs of those. Both of them are long gone. And I've had a couple pairs of the version 3s in this color. Currently running in these right now. They've got about 75 miles on them. And these, haven't ran a step in these, just pull them out of the box for this video. But these look so awesome. The Altra One. Funny name, but this is the version 3, like I said earlier. Right off the bat, I'll tell you, I love this shoe. As you can see, all the pairs I've owned and ran through. It's my favorite road running shoe, but it's not without some controversy. The version 2.5, I'll put some pictures up here, looked nothing like this version. It was much different. The sole was really squishy. The upper was really, my opinion, like a little bit too loose. It was really roomy. And then with this version, they totally changed the shoe, and it's basically a completely different shoe. So I'll get into a little bit of the differences and tell you kind of why I think that they did it. I don't know exactly, and my opinions on it. And like I said in my last video of the Ultra Olympus, since I am on the Ultra Red team, this is going to be more of an overview video and not a review. So the whole thing about them totally changing the shoe, I will read this straight off their website because it's best coming from them. The One V3 does not have the same soft ride as the One 2.5, but a firmer, performance-minded feel, perfect for road racing and speed training sessions. So right off the bat, on their website, they tell you it's not the same shoe. And honestly, it's not anything close. First time I put this shoe on, I was shocked actually. As I said, I've gone through two pairs of the One 2.5, and I was expecting, oh, this shoe looks different, but it should probably feel pretty much the same, but no, they're completely different. It's a totally brand new shoe. So if you've had the 2.5s in the past, maybe you're running in them now, just know that this is not the same shoe, so be ready for that. Okay, just to get a couple technical specs out of the way, this is a 23mm stack height, and it's the same in the front as it is in the back. That's the same with all Ultra shoes. They're always going to be like that. And it weighs 7.6 ounces. If you're in another part of the world, that would be 215 grams. So right off the bat on the website, they tell you that the cushioning here is light, and it is. There's not a ton of cushioning in here. It is a pretty firm ride. The outsole is called a blown rubber foot pod. Blown rubber. That's what blown rubber looks like. Blown rubber. The midsole is an Interflex EVA foam, which I like a lot. I feel like it responds really well. And they say that the upper is lightweight, quick dry, and it is. If this gets wet, it dries really fast. There's not a whole lot of material there to need to dry. Hopefully you can see in here that there's the mesh, but then there's also this kind of rubber coating that you see right here on the toes. And then it kind of weaves over your foot like that, so it gives some extra support for that fabric in there. I haven't had any problems with these shoes blowing out on the sides like I did with the 2.5s. Both models of the 2.5s, they blew out one on one side and one on the other. Haven't had any problems with all the pairs of these 3.0s that I've had. So all this talk about the new sole, the upper is totally different, how it's a completely different shoe. I use this mainly, I mean, obviously I use this for road running. I use this when I'm going about 10 miles or less. Anything more than that, and I'll wear my Torins, just give a little bit extra cushion. I mean, these are fantastic for short runs, 5K all the way up to 10 miles, I would say. For myself, these fit my foot perfectly. They're not as wide as some of the older Ultras, and they have an awesome heel cup. Like your heel just like locks right in there. It's really nice and firm back here. Your heel does not slip around in these shoes if you get the right size. I haven't had any problems with sizing. I wear the same size shoe in every model except for the Olympus and the Lone Peak. I have to go half size up on both. It has a great ground feel, as I've said. Quick turns, lots of stops and starts. This shoe's really awesome for that. And that's one thing that I couldn't say about the previous version. It was, my foot just felt a little bit too loose in it. These are a lot firmer of a shoe. They'll just hold you in there a lot better. If you want a shoe like the old one, 2.5s, the Escalante is for you. This has got that knit upper, kind of like the old ones. The old ones weren't knit upper, but they were basically just like a really thin fabric. It's got that squishy sole, very, very flexible, but like with the old ones, not a whole lot of stability, like changing direction, stopping and starting for very specific situations. Back to the V3s. So my favorite things: very lightweight, very responsive, great ground feel. I actually really like the update. Some people I know don't, some people I know do. I think the opinions are kind of all over the place. But if you want a really stable, lightweight road running shoe, this is definitely it for you. And then real quick, two things that I'm not a huge fan of on these shoes. The upper does wear out. I'll show you one of my older. So these have got 250 miles on them or so. And you can see that it's starting to fray just a little bit in here. Not anything super bad or concerning, but just something to be aware of. These shoes are not gonna last you 500-600 miles. They're not made for that, and they're not priced for that either. The other thing, the tongue is really thin. So for me, when I lock my laces down, I feel a lot of the lace. I don't know if you could really get around that. You don't want to add a whole lot of weight by making the tongue really thick. And this upper, it's supposed to be super lightweight and breathable, and it's supposed to dry really fast. And so they have this, it is coated with this like rubbery surface to make it a lot more durable, and that helps a ton. I just think that that's just kind of part of it. I don't know if you could really engineer out of that unless you made just this completely indestructible fabric. So that's it. I hope I've gone over everything about this shoe for you. What I like, some of the specs, some things to expect when you buy it. If you've had the old ones, switching to the new ones are going to be very different for you. So let me know what your questions are. Ask me down below in the comments. Also in the description of this video, I'll have a link where you can go check these out on Amazon. They're only $100. So if I were you, I would pick up a pair. And like I said, Amazon is awesome. You can buy a couple different sizes, try what you want, and if you have Prime, you can just return them with no problem. So if you use the link below, Amazon will throw some spare change my way. Just, you know, helps this channel out. So thanks for doing that. Thanks for clicking on that link. Thanks for supporting me. Yeah, I love this shoe. I wear this on almost every road run I go on. Like I said, unless I'm going more than 10 miles, then I'll use the Torrens. You know, this update has really served me well. It's a much better shoe in my opinion. I'd be happy to have a conversation with you and let you know anything that you might want to know about this shoe. That's it. Thanks for watching. I've got more running videos and coaching stuff and gear stuff planned out. Thanks for checking this out, and I'll see you soon. Bye.